Today I'm going to show you how to use the third-person cover shooter kit to make a cover shooter game in Dreams, as easy as it can ever be. Now the first thing to get acquainted with is the gameplay engine. This holds the necessary elements in which to make a third-person cover shooter. The player, NPC enemies, and a specially programmed cover object. So if I activate the NPC and alert him, he should hide from me dynamically from where I am in the level. And he will also shoot sometimes. And when you put it all together, you get a third-person shooter level. You shoot the enemies will hide, they'll pop up and shoot from cover. You can throw grenades. You can even punch them. And then loot their bodies for extra ammo. This is a level I've made previously that I will now populate with all the elements to make a third-person cover shooter. First, I'm going to go search, open the third-person cover shooter kit, and I'm going to import the gameplay engine. Now we just place it somewhere outside the bounds. Step 1, we take the player and move them into the map. Step 2, we want some cover for our enemies. So we open up the kit again and we search for the enemy cover object. And now wherever we place this is where enemies will be able to take cover. Make sure to delete the note that's left with it. And now we can just place these pretty much anywhere we want enemies to take cover. If we want to use our own sculpt for cover, we can turn on X-ray and turn off preview invisibility. We scope into the cover object and we delete the default sculpt. Then we can make this car into cover by placing this object like this here and put one at the back here. Now enemies can take cover behind this car. And I'll copy it and place it here for this car as well. So now we've got our player, we've got the enemy cover, now we need some enemies. Now we go back to the engine, scope in and copy one of the enemies. You can emit them with emitters, but just for this tutorial I'm going to just clone them and place them down. So we'll just put them around the place. Put one here, one over here, and one more over here. Additionally, if you open up the logic for the NPC, you have a few toggles. Sidearm only, so they'll only use a pistol, and long gun only, so they'll only use an assault rifle. Normally they'll switch between them at random. And stand when unaware means when the NPC is spawned, it will not patrol the area until it is first alerted by gunfire or seeing you. So yeah, you have the player, you have the cover objects, and the NPCs, and that is how you make a cover shooter level in Dreams, as easy as it ever could be. If you want to add multiple waves, game modes, etc., you just use Dreams default tools in order to do all of that. So if you want to make something more complicated, you can use Dreams to do pretty much anything you want. The world's your oyster. And that is how to make a third-person cover shooter in Dreams. It couldn't be more simple. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you make some of your own. See ya.